Well, after 3 defeats on the bounce, Rovers are looking to return to winning ways today against a Swindon team that has also failed to register a victory in November, parting company with beleaguered manager Maurice Malpas 8 days ago after a disappointing start to the season. With both clubs also out of every cup competition, it's an all-West Country clash that neither can afford to lose if they have ambitions of a place in the top half. Extra special day for Bristol Rovers after a century and a quarter of history. The Rovers team runs out in the famous black Arab strip that's been popular with fans in recent years, been registered as an official kit for Rovers this season with the anniversary very much in mind. It's a fairly mild day for the time of the year, a bit of a nip in the air, but nothing too hostile. The lights are on already, which is a reminder that Christmas is only a few weeks away though. Well, Joe Kufuor made his league debut for Swindon when he played on loan for the Wiltshire club 7 years ago while learning his trade as an Arsenal trainee, which no doubt caught the eye of Torquay United, where he went on to establish himself as a Football League striker. Kufuor makes his 5th consecutive start today, and after scoring twice away, he'll be looking to open his account here at the Mem. It'll be interesting to see how Swindon cope today without their 15-goal top scorer Simon Cox, who's already attracting attentions from the likes of Fulham, Coventry and Sheffield United. Cox is suspended today, which I can't say I was absolutely devastated about. He's picked up 5 yellow cards, so he sits out the derby. In the absence of Swindon's leading marksman puts a greater onus on Billy Painter, number 20 there in your picture. The former Southend striker has scored 5 times so far, including one at Roots Hall against his old club. The move west has been a good one for him after making just 5 league starts for the Essex side after joining them from Hull City. Well, today's young Pirates mascot is 11-year-old Callum Gillard from Melksham. He's in year 7 at George Ward School. His Rovers favourites include Steve Phillips and Steve Elliott, but although the Gas are his first love, he also plays as a scrum half in the under-12s for Melksham Rugby Club. And he does have dreams of having a professional career in that sport. This afternoon's referee. So we'll just take another quick shot of the mascot today, young Callum. Huge day for him. Now we'll look at the referee. It's Keith Stroud from Hampshire, assisted by Mike Cairns of Somerset and Stephen Childs of Kent. Rovers are unchanged from the side that lost narrowly to Scunthorpe, who returned to the top of League One 8 days ago. Swindon make 2 changes. I've already talked about Simon Cox, who's suspended. Former Bristol City striker, now midfielder, Lee Peacock is also somewhat mysteriously out of the side. There was no mention of that yesterday. I checked with the Swindon cameraman alongside me. He knew of no reason why Peacock should be out, whether it was illness or injury, we don't know, but he's missed out today to be replaced by Ben Joyce. Barry Core we expect to see up front alongside Billy Painter for his first start of the season. So Rovers in the historic Black Arab strip will be attacking towards the noisy contingent from Swindon in this first half. Both sides desperate for a win after an inauspicious start to November. Could have been very, very different for Rovers, of course. 3 minutes from victory at the Walkers Stadium, and then a narrow defeat at Scunthorpe at home to Scunthorpe, I should say, with the FA Cup defeat at Bournemouth in the middle of those 3 games. The Scunthorpe game, I felt, could have ended in a draw. That would have been a fairer result. I wouldn't say Rovers did enough to win it. Certainly worthy of a point, was my view. It's Jack Smith with the free kick. It's coming to Anthony McNamee, but the ball has run out of play before the former Watford midfielder could get hold of it. The Swindon fans still hate Oxford, even though Oxford are 2 divisions below them now in the football pyramid, languishing in the blue square. Steve Phillips' first involvement. Congratulations to him. He was married last Saturday. Ball forward by Stuart Campbell, quickly back towards Hinton. Header on by Lines. Kufor now. Joe Kufor, beautifully done, into Craig Disley, takes it early! Really good Rovers attack, and it was a fine save from Phil Smith. Excellent work from Kufor, spotted the run of Disley, who made a terrific run. And Craig Disley very nearly ended his long goal drought that stretches back some 7 months. Rovers' first corner. Almost starting the derby in fine style there. It's a kick that's held by Phil Smith. That's a strong challenge from Hinton. Swindon fans unhappy, and that's a really strong challenge in turn on Hughes by Jack Smith. The referee intervenes. Hughes absolutely crashed to the deck. The Swindon fans still unhappy at the challenge by Hinton. So, a cracking start to the game in a predictably feisty atmosphere. Lines leaves the free kick for Campbell. Disley was looking for it, but it's a good touch away. Timlin, the Swindon skipper today, plays the ball in, looking for Ben Joyce. Away by Steve Elliott. Kufor, so strong. Ricky Lambert just hustled off the ball that time. Barry Court making his first start of the season following a shoulder operation in the summer. This is McNamee now. Lines all over him, did well. Filton College graduate, and that was a late challenge by McNamee on Campbell, but Kufor released nonetheless, and he's won the corner. Rovers second already. Swindon, under the guidance of caretaker manager David Byrne. We'll say a little more about him later in the game. He's a former Rovers loan player from the championship season of 89-90. Stuart Campbell then to flight this ball in. Phil Smith already had a bit of work to do in this game. And Lambert looking to head that one in. Disley there! And Hinton looking to convert the ball. Disley with that header. Lambert originally had the ball taken off his head by Patrick Kanyuka. Another good, accurate corner from Stuart Campbell, and he'll get a third chance now. Rovers causing all sorts of problems for their visitors in the opening stages. Lambert! Right into the arms of Smith. Well, a yard either side, and that would have been 1-0, but the ref had already spotted an infringement. Free kick to Swindon, but Lambert's header planted straight in the arms of the Swindon keeper. Wouldn't have counted. Hinton's header. Elliott away. Disley on to Lambert. Didn't quite get that one right, Ricky Lambert. 16-goal top scorer. Ricky Lambert added to his tally with a diving header against Scunthorpe a week ago yesterday. Unfortunately, it counted for naught because the Lincolnshire side took away the points. Forward by Core, and then Elliott and Green collided. Phillips finds Lescott. Oh, it's looking as though Painter is shaping up on the right side of midfield for Swindon, not up front as we expected. And Core is leading the line, supported by Ben Joyce. Kufuor now finds Disley. Craig Disley. Shot came off Michael Timlin. This is Green. Lines. Quickly closed down by the Frenchman there, Nalis. Headed by Sean Morrison. A giant 17-year-old, the heart of the Swindon defence. 17, what an age to be playing as a central defender. He's a huge figure. Ball in from Ryan Green's left boot. Lambert sets up his strike partner. Kufuor supported by Disley. Kufuor will try and get that one in. He does it brilliantly. Just couldn't find the head of Chris Lines, and then a shout for handball. Not given. Swindon can come away. Quickly forward by McNamee. Steve Elliott's header down to Disley's feet. Good ball into space for Aaron Lescott. One of 5 ever-presents for Rovers this season, Lescott. Hughes into Lines, who had a look up. A good idea from Chris Lines, just a little too heavy, but a nice idea, trying to spot the run of Aaron Lescott. Just overhit the ball. Phil Smith, the Swindon keeper today, and like his opposite number, it's an important time in his personal life. He's an expectant father. Wants to be in the top 10 by Christmas. There's a lot of uncertainty about the county ground at the moment, as well as David Byrne, the ex-Rovers loanee. There's 3 other men with a Rovers past linked with the Swindon job. Ian Holloway, John Ward and Adi Boothroyd. Very much in the frame. I think there's some interviews taking place at the county ground this week, but David Byrne, meanwhile, is determined to hold on to the position that he currently has on a temporary basis. Michael Timlin. Disley closed him down quickly, but Timlin did well. This is McNamee. Core. Campbell did so well. Stuart Campbell battling hard as ever and wins the decision. Really excellent work from Stuart Campbell. Never ever gives up at the heart of that midfield. When he first arrived here, you never would have thought he would have been a central midfielder and a captain of some repute. He was an in and out wide midfielder under Ian Atkins, but we were not seeing the best of him. Swindon had An uncomfortable experience in the FA Cup. While Rovers were losing at Bournemouth, it was even worse for Swindon. They were getting dumped out by Blue Square Premier club Histon. Embarrassing exit to the non-leaguers, who will now go on to play Leeds United in round 2. Really is the most exciting tie of the second round. It'll be a live game on TV, I believe. Swindon have missed that chance. This is Campbell. Now Kaffour! Joe Kaffour! He still may get the shot away! Oh, it's off the post! Joe Kaffour, so close to breaking his duck at the mem. He's made such a lively start to this game. The ball just stuck to him, despite the attentions of several Swindon defenders. And he just lifted it over Phil Smith, but it came off the goal frame, and Rovers have to settle for their 4th corner. Campbell with it. Smith, a bit hesitant. He came, but Hinton couldn't punish him. Came and then retreated, Phil Smith. All Rovers so far in the derby. Steve Phillips spectating from the other end. Lambert with the layoff. This is Jeff Hughes. Lescott will look to get it in now with his right foot. Disley will climb. Got the header down, Craig Disley. So good in the air, isn't he, Disley? Got that header in above Timlin, but no Rovers player on hand to take advantage. This is Jack Smith, the Swindon right back. Lilian Nalis, the Frenchman, finds McNamee. Curls that ball in dangerously. It's a good cross from the former Watford man. This is Timlin now, and Disley closed him down well. Michael Timlin, the Swindon skipper, arrived in May from Fulham after 2 previous loan spells at the county ground. Sean Morrison with the throw, the big teenage central defender, hurls that one in Rory Delap style. Not quite as low and pacey, but that kind of length. Nicely done by Timlin. Ball in by McNamee. And Swindon almost engineering an opening goal. It didn't drop for Core, it was Joyce with the effort from McNamee's cross. McNamee taking on Chris Lines. Got his cross in. He'll be a player to watch, Anthony McNamee. I was impressed with him when Swindon came here last season and won 1-0 in one of a series of drab and dismal games to complete the home campaign at the Mem after such an exciting FA Cup run. Swindon came here and scored a single goal victory. Simon Cox with it. 16 goals last season, Cox. Already he's on 15 this year. Swindon settling much better now though. The Rovers failed to take advantage of their early dominance. Neat work from Lines. This is Lescott. Campbell, red shirts all around him. "15 minutes played." There's Kanyuka with the header. All the way back to Smith. He's played a bit of a risky game there, and then Green pulled down McNamee. Anthony McNamee, who had his best season with Watford, helping them reach the Premier League in 2006. He was a regular that season for A.D. Boothroyd's team. Since moved west to Wiltshire, and it's become a big, big favourite with the county ground regulars. Hinton defending well there against big Barry Core. Good support from the Swindon fans, dominating the noise at the moment. This is McNamee with Swindon's first corner. Played in towards that far post and Morrison got up. Phillips claims it. I don't know if Sean Morrison's still growing. He's 6'4", 14 stone at the age of 17. Forward by Lescott, overhit though. Jeff Hughes looked to get on the end of it. Swindon's last win was an impressive one. They, like Rovers, also secured a win over Oldham in the month of October, beating the Latics by 2-0 at the county ground. Goals on that occasion by Big Sean Morrison and Jack Smith, so 2 defenders on target for Swindon there. Hinton's header. Nallis, the Frenchman, now 37 years of age. Ball in quickly from Smith. Gave Core a lot to do, and Ryan Green did so well, headed that ball away from goal. Ball in from Painter, a looping header by Core. Phillips stretches. Before holds it up well from Morrison. Campbell, oh, it was a late challenge from Painter. He's saying I won the ball, but he won it illegally. Again, Campbell and lines over the free kick. Ryan Green there as well. I feel it will be Campbell though to play it in. Aim towards Disley. Header away by Painter. Ryan Green now enjoying a little run of games after prolonged injury worries. Lescott, Hughes bombs on down the left. Nicely played by the fullback, Jeff Hughes. And it came off Patrick Kanyuka. The man from Kinshasa got it away. Good work by Lescott and Hughes. And Rovers have another corner, their 5th. Really would be good to get back to winning ways today. Tough trip to Hartlepool on Tuesday night. Thank you, Football League schedulers. Campbell's ball in. Hinton couldn't get on the end of it, then it came off the ref. Lines back to Campbell again. Smith just about hangs on to it with Disley in attendance. Good work by Phil Smith, who arrived at Swindon in July of 2006 from Crawley Town after Crawley went into administration. Been a regular at Swindon since. Campbell now. Just took a touch too many there. Timlin. McNamee. Good battling from Green. And throw goes Swindon's way. Something of a surprise. Timlin's low ball in. Hughes got a touch on it, helped away again by Ryan Green. Eventually, Rovers get the free kick. Well, the header came off Morrison. Will Kaffour let it run? He does. Corner number 6 on its way. Temperature's just dropping a little. Could be pretty cold by 4:45. Cam Rovers warm us up. Played in by Campbell again, and it was Core who got in there, and then Chris Lyons just prodded it forward. McNamee away. Jeff Hughes helping out the defence. Steve Phillips applauds the efforts of the Northern Irishman. Campbell's header needed help from Disley. Kaffour. Good initial skill, and then just let the ball go out of play. Joe Kaffour, but I'm sure he remembers his time at the county ground fondly after developing as a youngster at Arsenal. Made his first senior appearances for the Wiltshire club. This is Jack Smith. Stopped by Hughes and then helped out by Lescott. Ben Joyce back to Smith. Joyce, number 23 for Swindon, Plymouth born. Signed from Boston when they lost their league place summer of 2007. Jack Smith now. Not the best throw in for Swindon, but they've won it back. It's better than David Byrne's team. Nallis composed in midfield. Good header, Steve Elliott, away by Campbell. Joe Kaffour now did well, acrobatically finding Craig Disley. Nicely played, Ryan Green, early ball. That's Joe Kaffour. Well, the look said it all. Not the pass he wanted there. Elliott always favourite to make that his. Smith making a good start to the game at right back. Although McNamee had to retreat to pick up that ball. It's a good run from Painter. McNamee continues with it though. Now Billy Painter. Nallis. Barry Court. Joyce in the middle, surrounded by black Arab shirts. Disley away. Plenty of space for Jack Smith, who's left there really. Rovers just can't get the ball off Swindon at the moment. Lilian Nallis finds McNamee. Anthony McNamee running at Ryan Green. Great cross too. Right into the danger zone. Hinton away. Lyons finding Lambert. Lyons now on to Kaffour. Patrick Kanyuka close to him. Lescott. Aaron Lescott with Lambert in support. Lambert! 1-0! Get in there! Aaron Lescott sometimes goes to pieces when he approaches the penalty box. He didn't there. He found Ricky Lambert, and Lambert did the rest. Goal number 17 for Ricky Lambert. And Aaron Lescott continues an excellent start to the season. He's been brilliant really since, I would say, about the time of the Millennium Stadium run. And he's got a goal assist there. I'm really glad he didn't shoot, Aaron. It's not his best asset. He found Lambert and Ricky did the rest. Sweet moment in a tough start to the month of November. Which is already well underway, the month, 3 weeks old. But it's been a grim old month after Paul Trollope winning Manager of the Month for October and Ricky Player of the Month. November's been a different story, but just proves what a strange game football is. Rovers making all the running in the early stages, couldn't score, then Swindon had their best spell, and then Rovers break and take the lead. And it's the Rovers supporters you can hear now. Swindon dominating the airwaves for a few minutes. I'd love to see that goal again. Ricky Lambert, just, it's an unorthodox finish really. Not sure it's exactly what he intended, but who cares? Now he's forward, he was then brought down by Chris Lines. And Ricky Lambert, just as he did on that sun-kissed day at the end of the promotion season, when he fired a dream goal in at the Blackthorn end, he's once more scored against Swindon here at the Men. And a yellow card is awarded to Core for that challenge on Elliott. Oh no, Craig Hinton I should say, beg your pardon. Hinton down. Core gets the booking. Hinton, who needs another good performance today because Byron Anthony is available again for the Hartlepool match after his 2-match suspension following the dismissal at Bournemouth. Disley again with a great header. Kufor! Swindon with defending to do. Once more away by Morrison. Bit of news in the programme today. Andy Sandell, the ex-Rovers player who moved to Salisbury the start of last season, back in the Football League on loan at Aldershot in League Two. We wish him all the best under Gary Waddock. It's Kufor almost engineers a second. Jeff Hughes. What a pulsating start to this game. This is Lescott now. Lambert's in there. A header by Nallis. Might drop for Ryan Green, who was absolutely poleaxed. The Welshman sent to turf by Michael Timlin. Timlin also struggling in the effects of that challenge, but the referee happy not to take any further action than award Rovers a free kick. Well, in the absence of all Bristol League games in the last few years, I'd say this is probably the next best thing. Feels much more of a derby than games against Cheltenham or Yeovil. Two new kids on the block, really. A bit of more history about this one. Hughes leaves it for Ricky Lambert! And Hinton almost able to turn it in at the far post. Lambert going for placement this time. He's comfortable with either technique, really. The pace and power or the more placed option. He'll have a go at both. The player absolutely on fire at the moment. And still well on target to reach 20 goals by Christmas. I'd love to see him beat the proud record of Jeff Bradford, 33 goals in a season. Well, now he's over halfway there. Incredibly. And we're in November. Lescott away. Good ball too to Kuffour, who's so strong. I'll make the point again. It's worth making. Foul by Smith on Jeff Hughes. Rovers winning their fair share of free kicks. On the edge of the Swindon penalty area. And Rovers have made these situations count many times in recent months. Can they do so again here? Chris Lyons turned to whip one in. Just eluded everyone. Hinton in there again, sniffing another chance of a goal. Got the winner here against Orient, remember, last month. One of 4 successes for Rovers in the league at the Mem this season. Let's make it 5 today. Get off the 20-point mark if we can. This is Michael Pook. Swindon born, former county ground trainee. Throw being left for a huge figure of Sean Morrison again, and Disley had to be at his best. Drop for Painter. His effort skying over the Blackthorn end. You've got to do it. Great win for England in midweek. Fabio Capello continuing to impress as national coach. John Terry's late winner in Berlin. Oh, Smith. Mishandling, although the referee saw that as an infringement. Swindon will get the free kick. Kanyuka going to ground there. Former QPR defender. And Phil Smith, a star of the 2007 League Two promotion team, player of the year that season, takes the free kick. Hinton's header went the wrong way. Green was there though. Lyons and Disley involved. Kanyuka stretched well there to beat Lambert. Malice found Jack Smith. Good Swindon move. Painter's ball to Smith, and Phillips a bit hesitant. Whether or not there was a shout there from Ryan Green, I don't know, but it looked a bit awkward for a moment. And Green took no chances. Swindon's second corner. Rovers lead by Ricky Lambert's goal to nil. And great chance. Really was for Kanyuka. Point blank range. He missed the target. Should really have done better. So Swindon could well have got back on level terms there. Missed the chance. Patrick Kanyuka looking for his first goal of the season. John Paul McGovern's corner. McGovern now. McGovern gets it back from Pook.
Substitution. Yeah, we've had a substitution, haven't we? We missed a substitution, haven't we? I can't remember that being announced. Yeah. I don't know. It's bloody Thames on. I'm totally okay, right? I'm totally confused now, aren't I? Unless the team sheet was wrong. Unless the team sheet must have been wrong because 10's on, McGovern, right? 10's on. He took that corner, right? That's why I was just hesitant.
Okay. It's John Paul McGovern to take the free kick for Swindon. Fires it towards the far post. Kanyuka got a good header in. And there's time here for Court. And it came off Campbell. It'll be a Swindon corner, which McGovern will again take. The Wiltshire club close to equalising again there. John Paul McGovern, the former Milton Keynes Dons player and one of the heroes of Sheffield Wednesday's promotion team of 2005. Goes across to take Swindon's latest flag kick. Bit of argy-bargy around the penalty spot. Lilian Nalis, the Frenchman, receives a warning from referee Keith Stride. McGovern plays it in. Morrison's header. Oh, it's gone in. Kanyuka prods it home from close range. Swindon have levelled. It was an awful goal defensively for Bristol Rovers to concede, and Kanyuka, who missed a golden chance from an earlier McGovern corner, makes no mistake this time. It's 1-1 in the West Country derby. The Swindon fans celebrate. All square in the Bristol-Swindon clash. Smith Denalis. Now McGovern. This is caught. Swindon with their tails up now. Away by Steve Elliott. Kanyuka beats Kufor, but look at Chris Lines here. Lines looks to play in Lambert. Kufor wants it. Ricky Lambert! Oh! What an effort! With the left boot. His weaker foot, would you believe it? Just rising over. And Rovers almost regaining the lead within a couple of minutes. Great Rovers move again. Credit to Chris Lines. Yeah, there has been a change, Steve. 23's gone off. Yeah, 23's gone off. Well, We're totally confused. There's been a substitution. Obviously, McGovern's come on. It wasn't announced. Ben Joyce has gone off the 23. Normally it's announced. There wasn't much of a hullabaloo about it. Sorry that that was missed, but McGovern's obviously come on. That's why I was a bit hesitant when he took the corner earlier, because I couldn't remember him coming on. Ben Joyce, the youngster, going off. Back in by Timlin. Jack Smith fires it well wide, and well, Steve Phillips needed to intervene there. The ball with some backspin didn't go out. So Rovers will again fail to keep a clean sheet today. Not letting in many goals. No one hammers this Bristol Rovers team, but I'm sure that's something Paul and Lenny will be looking to work on as the team develops, to turn the 1 and 2 goal here we go. We'll just continue that point in a moment. Hughes makes the challenge. Yeah, Rovers let in often 1 or 2 goals. If they can just turn some of those into clean sheets, this team really could move, because they virtually always score themselves. Clean sheets a lot harder to come by than in that unforgettable League Two season when Rovers in League and Cup were often impregnable. Before looking to find Disley. This is Timlin. Just skimmed off Limes' head. Now Campbell away from court. Good work from Stuart Campbell. Lines, early ball wide towards Lescott, who retained possession well, finding his skipper. Lescott again. Hughes infield. Lescott, who made Ricky Lambert's goal, finds Jeff Hughes. Oh, great play from the former Palace man. Lescott, good service into Kufuor. Kufuor just let the ball slip from under his feet. And Pook was there for Swindon. Lescott thought about the long throw. In the end, found Ricky Lambert in close range. Now Lescott has ridden that challenge well. Joe Kufuor, still Kufuor! Shot closed down and just prodded goalwards by Jeff Hughes. An easy save for Phil Smith. Jeff Hughes with 2 goals since moving from Crystal Palace in the summer, memorably here against Hereford, and also in the 5-4 defeat at Peterborough. Disley to Lambert. Craig Disley has beaten the offside. Kufuor's in the middle. 2 Swindon defenders on him. Disley settles for the corner, and I'm more than happy with that, because there didn't look a lot on for Disley.
Yeah, that's the trouble.
Yeah, Kufuor not supported there. And Rovers, in a way, did well to get a corner out of that. Stuart Campbell will take. It's 7 now on the corner count. Morrison away, but not particularly well. And, well, the teenager's header put Swindon under pressure. And then I think it was Lambert who was penalised. Luckily for Morrison, because his header sent the ball back into the danger area. Hughes did well. Jeff Hughes still, and still. And as Lines looked to tee something up, Rovers win the free kick. Jeff Hughes eventually went down. Rode a couple of challenges there. That was one too many from David Byrne's team, and as we go into 2 minutes of added time, Rovers have a fine opportunity to restore their lead. Got to be worth a crack from there with Ricky Lambert in this sort of form. When the ball's as central as that, it really is worth a crack on goal. And Ricky Lambert, who came here with a fine reputation from his Rochdale days, has taken a while to look dangerous from free kicks. But so unlucky not to score at that end against Scunthorpe, with one cannoning off the woodwork. Can he make it 2-1 now, Ricky Lambert, as Hughes gets the nod to come back on? Or does he? No, he's still off, but Lambert took it before Hughes could come on. Now he can come on. Wasn't sure of the technicality of that ludicrous rule where a player has to go off the field. And it's all square at the break. Ricky Lambert with his 17th goal of the season, giving Rovers the lead following great work by Aaron Lescott. But the lead didn't last too long, because Swindon, who have impressed in patches in this game, forced their way back into it from substitute John Paul McGovern's corner, which was eventually prodded home from close range by Patrick Kanyuka. It's been a breathless first half. Rovers have been the better team, but Swindon are in no mood to lie down. They're looking for their first win under caretaker boss David Byrne. At the break, Bristol Rovers 1, Swindon Town 1. Well, we had a chance to see Ricky Lambert's goal again at half-time, and I don't think I gave him the credit it deserved. It was, we're all agreeing, a moment of Zinedine Zidane proportions. Remember that goal he scored at Hampden Park in the European Cup final 2002. It was not an easy chance at all for Ricky Lambert. Really had to stretch to meet it and sent the ball skying over the head of Swindon keeper Phil Smith. So unlucky as well with that strike just before half-time, when he looked to have given Rovers the lead. The ball just rising over an inch or so above the crossbar. But as it is, we're level at a goal apiece. Really cracking first half. Steve Phillips, rather wayward clearance, amusing the Swindon fans, who would remember him in his City days and many a West Country clash. Well, this remains quite a rare fixture in recent seasons. Rovers have only been in the same division as Swindon for 10 of the last 40 seasons. And before Ricky Lambert's unforgettable winner here in April 07, the last win at home against Swindon had been back in 1991. Glenn Hoddle playing for Swindon then. And Rovers in the dying weeks of the Jerry Francis reign, the first reign, beat the Wiltshire club at Twerton Park. Nally's header away by Lescott. And Morrison there for Swindon. Painter. Might drop here for Court. And McGovern! Rasping drive from McGovern. Always looked as though it may be going over, but I can't work out why he's been on the bench, John Paul McGovern. Always impressed by him when I see him. But had to wait his chance. We still don't know quite what happened with that substitution. It wasn't announced. There didn't seem to be the usual performance you see with a substitution these days. But he crept on. Had a big hand in Swindon's equaliser and almost put them ahead there. McNamee's cross. Away by Hinton. It'll be another corner which McGovern himself races across to take. To the delight of those Swindon fans who were a bit quiet when Rovers took the lead. 3/4 of the ground was in celebration, but they have their tails up now. Swindon beginning the second half in fine style. McGovern's kick. Looks awkward for a moment, but it's going to be cleared now by Stuart Campbell. Header by Smith. Returned to him by McNamee. Smith with pretty awful cross though. Barry Court having his name sung by the Swindon fans. Looking to add to his solitary goal this season, a season that's been dominated by his return from injury. Smith. McGovern. Nally's had a look up, but just took his eye off the ball in doing so. Lescott to Jeff Hughes. Kaffour wants it. Space for Lines. And the shout from Ryan Green. He said he wanted the ball and it's disappointing when he didn't receive. That's a good ball over from Lescott. Into Hughes and now Disley. Craig Disley still brought down. Edge of the box, another free kick. And with Ricky Lambert in this kind of form, I wouldn't be too happy if I was David Byrne seeing my team give away another free kick right on the edge of the penalty area. Oh, Chris Lines, we saw him as well, didn't we? Fire one in against Hereford from that kind of position, further out actually. An incredible shot at the Blackthorn end back in the sunshine of August. And it could be Linesy now. Unless it's the decoy to end all decoys, it's going to be Chris Lines to try and beat Phil Smith. Come on, Linesy. Great effort! Oh, Smith really fortunate to get his hands back on the ball. Looked as though he lost it and then clutched it with delight. A great effort from Chris Lines. McGovern. Lescott did enough, but it's going to drop to Painter. Painter's shot, and Steve Phillips holds on to the ball. Biggest crowd of the season here at the Mem. Over 8,000 in the ground today. Boosted by a big travelling army from Wiltshire. Hughes looking for Kaffour. Morrison in no mood to let him pass. And in the absence of any cup competition to look forward to. First year for 3 years, and Rovers won't be involved in the cups after Christmas. This is it. This is what we have now, League One till the end of the season, as Lines look to wriggle his way through. Kaffour, this one goes Swindon's way. Bristol City, 2 down at Sellers Park at half-time against Crystal Palace, the team they beat on the way to Wembley last season. Could be a bit of revenge for Neil Warnock today. The Eagles lead 2-0 at the break. Yeah, I thought the referee was going to give that one Swindon's way. And again, Kanyuka comes forward. Swindon's goal scorer. Ball aimed in his direction, and what a chance here! 2-1. Goal scored by Barry Corr. He was in all sorts of space. Couldn't miss, really. Awful goal defensively from a Rovers point of view. Could not believe the time and space that Barry Corr was left. And when you're making your first start of the season after returning from injury, that's the kind of opportunity you want. It fell to Barry Corr, and he planted it past Steve Phillips. And the Moonrakers lead 2-1. Grim. Well, that was a travesty in the Rovers' defence.
Well, he looked at, I don't know, I think it was just one of those where it's just awful marking.
I'm not sure, Steve. Really bad start to the second half. Rovers must get back into this game. Two really tough away matches coming at Hartlepool, and then after a weekend break because of the FA Cup, Millwall, who are flying at the moment. Points will be hard to come by from both of those. Must really look to turn this around. McGovern's ball in, bad marking again, offside. The flag went up late. Hinton looked to have left Corr, but the flag went up. I say late. The rule being that you have to wait for the attacking player to get in contact with the ball these days. McNamee. Clear foul by Ryan Green. Swindon free kick. Could get even worse here. Ryan Green just bundled his man over. And Swindon's tails firmly up now. McGovern it will be to take the free kick. It was Michael Poop who was fouled by Green. McGovern puts it in with pace again. Elliott got his head on it, helped out by Hughes, and then Campbell stretched, but McGovern got it in once more, and Lescott's left his man. All sorts of confusion in the Rovers defence again, and Corr could have got a second to have made it 3-1, but Rovers escape. What a traumatic start to this second period. We were all talking at the break here on the gantry as to how, despite the disappointment of letting a goal in, we were confident Rovers would go on to win the game. That's looking a slim prospect at the moment, really. Lines to Lambert. Morrison blocked him. Campbell now, though, in determined move. That's a great ball by Campbell. That's a great move. Kuffour! Was he brought down? Played the ball, says the ref. The Rovers fans go mad. I must admit, I didn't get a clear view from here. Talking in Arsene Wenger mood, there were too many players for me to make a firm opinion either way, but Kuffour went down. The referee decisively gesturing, he played the ball, and Swindon survive with their 2-1 lead intact. Better though from Rovers. Campbell looking for Kufuor. Morrison intervened. High kicking from Chris Lines. His foot was up there, that's what he's given it for. And Chris Lines will receive a yellow card for dissent, not for the challenge. Hinton beat Painter. League One news this week. Dario Gradi returns at the helm at Crewe Alexandra, 67 years of age, with Crewe firmly rooted to the bottom of the league. Steve Holland has been relieved of his duties, and Dario Gradi will be leading the Crewe team once more. One for the future, you could say. The ball just went out from Aaron Lescott's attempted ball forward. Forward by Nallis rather aimlessly. Green away. Nallis though. Much more in there for Swindon. Timlin's ball forward, and the offside flag denies Billy Painter. Swindon reshuffling after that substitution, with Painter joining court up front, which is how I expected them to start, really. Joyce going off in the first period. Lambert did so well. Disley challenged by Timlin, a fair one, said the officials. Glancing header by Court. Well in Ryan Green, and Lambert to Chris Lines. Lines gave it away, Nallis now. And Timlin, early ball. And an aimless one from the former Fulham man. Quarter of an hour played in the second period. Barry Corr's goal at the moment leads the derby for Swindon. Away by Phillips. A couple of changes on the bench for Rovers today from last weekend's game against Scunthorpe. Tom Paranello and Charlie Rees miss out. Joe Jacobson involved in the squad again, as is Sean Rigg, who did go on loan to Forest Green earlier in the season. He's back in the first team squad for the first time since early September, joined by Darryl Duffy, Ben Hunt and reserve keeper Mike Green. Timlin's ball cut out easily by Campbell. That'll reach Kufuor. Joe Kufuor did so well. Crowd enjoyed that one. Stuart Campbell was a bit of a short ball though by Kufuor. Left him a lot to do after good initial work. Rovers in no mood to delay the throw. Good work by Lines, and then a really poor ball. That frustrated the crowd. He was waiting for Aaron Lescott to make the move. He clearly decided not to. And another opportunity went begging. Swindon would join Rovers on 23 points with a win today. They would remain below Rovers on goal difference, but that would be scant consolation. It's one of the more winnable looking games really, and a really tough run of fixtures. Corner number 5. We've looked a better side with McGovern on the pitch, I know that. Let's see you take this corner again, and the ref spots an infringement there as Disley heads away. There will be a change for Rovers now. Stuart Campbell. Is it? Or is he getting, he must be getting instructions. No, it's Jeff Hughes to go off. Thought that would be an absolute miracle. Stuart Campbell's receiving a word from the line. It's Jeff Hughes who'll go off. And Sean Rigg has a chance in the first team. Well, clearly, Paul Trollope and Lenny Lawrence still rate Sean Rigg at this level, despite sending him out on loan earlier in the season. A great opportunity now for Sean Rigg. Almost half an hour to show what he can do. We really need some pace and trickery. He can certainly provide that, Sean Rigg. We saw at the end of the promotion season of 2007, he came on late in games and made a real impact, as well as that massive goal at Macclesfield, remember, on a big night that I think that preceded the Swindon game, actually. It was the midweek before the win over Swindon. And that really did put Rovers in with a great chance of a top 7 finish. But now that's history. It's all about today as Lines finds Kufuor. Joe Kufuor, stopped by Kanyuka. Didn't have enough in his locker to beat the big man from the DR Congo. This is Lines now, though. Lescott. Lescott to Lines. Riggs in there. Riggs there! Kanyuka did so well. Almost a brilliant start for Sean Rigg. Elliott saved many a game for Rovers, Steve Elliott, prompting Rovers to move forward again. Stuart Campbell showing strength to hold off the challenge of Painter. Still Swindon lead 2-1. Lambert back to Lescott. Good little ball from Steve Elliott. Lambert now. Rovers forced back. Might drop for Ricky Lambert. Chested it down so well. Disley forward for Kufuor. The flag stayed down. Disley's there! Just loops over. Craig Disley, when will this Goal drought end for him. Got to go back to the Easter Monday game at Swansea, as he will not need reminding. I'm sorry to have to keep mentioning it, but it's a fact for his last goal. Worst drought of his career. 9 goals last season. Our Rovers could do with a few more from Craig Disley this year. Nally's forward. Elliott with the header. It's given Rigg a lot to do, and then he caught McGovern. Stuart Campbell not happy with Sean Rigg there. Great header by Disley. Great run too. What a ball into Kaffour. Still Joe Kaffour. And he's picked out Rigg. Oh! Stuart Campbell gives Sean Rigg his second rollicking in 60 seconds. This time for skying a fantastic chance. What an opening. And Rigg should have tested the keeper from that range, at the very least. Chris Lines, Campbell. It's given Green a lot to do. The ball goes out. Craig Hinton slightly overhitting that one. Made it difficult for the Rovers right back. Rovers desperate to avoid what would be a 4th home defeat. That would equal their tally of wins, which is never a good sign. Particularly with only 1 away win on the board. What a great header from Kanyuka. Rigg up against Smith. That's a better ball. Lambert! Oh, I mean, Ricky Lambert's got 17 goals. He could have easily been well into the 20s. He's been so unlucky there. Went for placement, cannoned off the bar. Could have had a hat-trick today. Hits the woodwork against Scunthorpe here 8 days ago, but with him in the side, you're never beaten, really. That was much better from Sean Rigg. He deserves credit for that. Good low ball in. Corner number 8. Lambert. Well, referee spotting an infringement there, which I didn't see. The header came off him a bit anyway, but Swindon hold their lead. It's Rovers' first corner of the second half, which tells its own story, really, after 7 in the first period. Into the last 20 minutes. Good header by Craig Disley. Early ball by Campbell. Joe Kaffour. Rigg running inside. Kaffour. Still Joe Kaffour. And still. Great ball in! Oh! Lambert looks certain to score. There was a defender close to him who deserves credit, but you would have put everything on Lambert planting that ball home. Brilliant work from Joe Kaffour. And well, Ricky Lambert could have equalled the 4 he scored against Southend in this afternoon's game. As it is, he's stuck on 1, and Rovers still trail. Swindon really clinging on at the moment. Elliott's header. Rovers do look determined not to surrender to defeat here, which is very encouraging as the clock ticks by. Green with the throw. Lines. Campbell tees up Lescott. Low ball in. Lescott may get a second chance. Supported by Rigg. May drop for Kuffour off the Swindon man. Lescott again. Rovers forced back somewhat. Elliott fires it in. Swindon get it away. Headed back there by Craig Hinton, and then Smith safely back. It was disappointing really that Rovers didn't engineer something from that period of play. Oh, Green's header wasn't great. This is caught. Collected by Steve Phillips. Just for an awful moment there, I thought Core was going to pounce and make it 3-1, but Rovers still very much in this game. Disley. Oh, that was a shame. He's conceded possession there to McNamee. And he's gone down on the edge of the box. I think that's the correct decision. Green's ball forward. Kuffour. It's a great early ball by Disley to Aaron Lescott, who's seeing more and more of the ball. Rigg now. Watched closely by Jack Smith. McGovern also backtracking well. This is Lambert, Kuffour, and Lambert! Ricky Lambert! Just couldn't stretch, he was just wrong-footed there. But Rigg has done so well. Sean Rigg tees it up, Lambert! And Disley was there. Swindon somehow get it away. Swindon though backs to the wall here as they defend this slender lead. Great ball in from Lescott, Ricky Lambert, Campbell! Well, it was a great opportunity for Stuart Campbell. Edge of the box, bit of space. Still he awaits his first goal since that Bobby Charlton-esque scorcher at Lincoln in the playoffs. Rovers ripping Swindon apart at times, but they have failed to add to that solitary goal. This is Rigg. What a good addition though, Sean Rigg, apart from a couple of early howlers. Lescott neatly into Kuffour. Lescott, let's deliver it, Aaron. It's looped up, but it still could be a problem for Swindon. Kanyuka away. There's lines on that far post, I think. Campbell. Swindon just looking to hold it now. Lescott. Aaron Lescott. Sean Rigg. Kuffour. Teed up beautifully! And the ball's gone in. Is it going to be given? No, I didn't think it would be somehow. It was bundled over the line. Really difficult to see what happened there. Teed up by Kuffour. Smith goes down. One thing's certain, it's not going to count as a goal. And what's the referee giving here? Andy just informing me Smith collided with the post. There was a ruck of players, in my view, there. Rovers doing everything but score. Can't fault the home support. So Smith back in the game. It will be a corner, number 9 for Rovers. It will be daylight robbery, really, if Swindon win this game. Or twilight robbery, anyway. Fired in by Campbell. Nallis away, helped on by McGovern. Ryan Green. Safely back to Phillips. Painter watched closely by Rigg. Billy Painter able to find McNamee. Into court, missed his footing. McGovern, John Paul McGovern, forced back to Nallis. In by Smith, Campbell couldn't get there. Court to McGovern, Elliott away. Back in though by Nallis. Elliott in there with another header. Rovers have the decision. Foul by Nallis as Swindon now look to make their second change. And McNamee, who always looked a threat on the left for Swindon, is replaced in the final stages. Joe Gafford getting the man of the match accolade today. Lescott, Sean Rigg, miscontrolled.
Steve, that sub has come on. Is that 6 or 5? Can you be on Q4? Just get a close up on that. Just be on Q4.
Away by Lescott. Swindon sub who's come on is Hasni Al-Joffrey. Elliott with some work to do here. Away by Phillips. Have Swindon ridden the storm? It was a terrific spell of Rovers pressure. They really needed to get a goal from it. They couldn't. And we're now into the last 8 minutes of normal time, which is why you can hear a bit more volume from the Swindon end. Looking for their second win at the Mem in 2008, following a 1-0 success towards the end of last season. And Darryl Duffy comes on for Craig Disley for the closing stages. Duffy instantly involved, finding Sean Rigg. Ricky Lambert. Morrison did enough. Oh! Foul on Duffy. It's around 30 yards from goal. With time running out, why not try? 6 minutes remaining. Ricky going for gold. On a day when he could have had another hat-trick. Can he pull a point out of the fire for Bristol Rovers? Ricky Lambert, great effort! Oh, he's unlucky again. So close once more. Well, everything went in against Southend. It's been almost a mirror image of that today, really. Just his goal in the first half, but frustrating afternoon for Ricky Lambert, who's been a threat all afternoon, but may not be able to deny Swindon this derby win they now strive for. As McGovern waits for a cross. Oh, that was awkward. Elliott losing possession. The shot didn't test Steve Phillips. I think the Swindon fans are going to keep the ball, which is really quite amusing. Getting pretty sick of losing to Swindon, to be honest. Becoming one of those teams that I sort of love to hate, apart from Ricky's goal against them in the sunshine. 2 narrow and controversial wins at the county ground in recent seasons. And now this could be another really upsetting victory, because Rovers have got 2 very tough games coming up away from home. And we were looking to take points from this. Lambert. Duffy. Well, it was close for Darryl Duffy. Not scored since the end of August. Could even have been turned in there by Kufor. Rovers have to settle for a corner. Into double figure now on the corner count. The hope springs eternal. Lofted in by Lescott. And Kufor's there. That's a good ball in by Kufor, and it's just a slip by Lines, I think. And then another great opportunity. Stuart Campbell again failing to find the target. If he was as accurate with his shooting as he is with his free kicks and corners, he'd get 10 goals a season, but unfortunately that's not the case. Swindon Town, who fought back to earn a point against Leicester last week. A 2-2 draw. The county ground. Court was the hero there with his late equaliser. And he could be the main man again today with that second goal for Swindon. But at the moment, looks like giving them a 3-point return to take back down the M4. Elliott back to Phillips, who lashes it towards Kufor. Kanyuka was there, but it's with Kufor again from Duffy. Smith too strong for Rigg, but Rovers win the throw. Sean Rigg didn't give up. Kufor back to Elliott. It's not the best ball in though from Steve Elliott. Hinton finds Green. Steve Elliott away from Painter, good ball too. Lines is into Duffy, Darryl Duffy! No joy. Forward by Hinton. Lambert's header on, Duffy's in! Well, he would have been, but Smith came out. And Lambert's gone down anyway. It'll be a Rovers free kick. The whistle had already gone. And it's another chance. Albeit long range, you never know with Ricky Lambert. Don't rule him out from there. 4 minutes. Could win it yet. Steve said 3-1 on camera. Can't be 3-1, can it? That's a blooper. Ricky Lambert off the wall. Lines header on. Hughes looking to get on the end of it. Elliott, though, back in. Scott just lobs it forward. There was a push. Spotted by the referee. Morrison with the shove on Darryl Duffy. And yet another free kick. They obviously knew about Ricky Lambert's potential from these situations, but they've still given away an absolute litany of free kicks in that area. Another yellow card shown there. The Swindon wall urged to retreat the full 10 yards. And Ricky Lambert has another chance to show his quality. Against the wall though. Elliott back in. Lambert's header into a great area! Smith with a miraculous save from Hinton. Point blank range. And Smith parries the ball after a beautiful assist from Lambert. And Green almost caught napping. Rovers win the free kick. But that should have been an equaliser there. Green's ball in. Sean Rigg. Dangerous low ball, and Lines right in the corner, picking out the nails. Get in there! Have some, Swindon. You ain't going back the end forward all 3 points, not from the men this time. Chris Lines with a superb strike, his third of the season. And it's 2-2. No more than Bristol Rovers deserve. They've absolutely bombarded the Swindon goal. In all the mayhem there was a red card shown. Well, Chris Lines has got a second yellow card and he's off. Celebrated in the crowd, so he's sent off bizarrely. I mean, it's just, I know it happens to both your own team and the opposition, but it's such an annoying rule. But anyway, Rovers get a point. He's not happy. Jack Smith didn't enjoy it. Ball goes in the crowd. Take it out of his wages. Never mind, close Swindon, but not quite close enough. Ricky Lambert could have got another 3 or 4 goals. Absolutely brilliant display from him. Deserved to have won all 3 points for the Rovers. Couldn't have stomached another defeat by Swindon. Chris Lines with a beautiful equaliser, found the corner, celebrated, got sent off for his second yellow, but Paul Trollope against the side for whom his father John played a record number of games, does at least take 1 point. We wanted all 3, but Rovers, who had been stuck on 20 points, have at least left that mark. The crowd, absolutely phenomenal today, brilliant support, which is recognised now by the players. And Swindon Town still await their first win under caretaker boss David Byrne. An absolutely incredible game. 4 goals, a red card, only 1 point for Rovers, but at least it denied a 4th home defeat. It's finished here, Bristol Rovers 2, Swindon Town 2.